Sassy Raider Girl here with Raider Rosie and Mother Moon. What's good, everyone? If you're watching over on Facebook, come on over to YouTube and comment on this epic wild game with this crazy ending. Sorry, I got something in my eyeball. This crazy ending. And we're also going to discuss, was he in or was he out? And guess what? Whatever you think, I don't really care because we got the dub, and that's all that matters. But we'll talk about what we think we saw, okay? Because we all over here sitting around like we the couch referees, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, right?
We are.
Totally. That's what we're here for. That's why we are here. So remember, light that torch by hitting that like button, become a member, and share. Also, drinking game alert. He was in? No, he was out. Anytime we say that, make sure you drink, toke, or twerk. And we might even have callers tonight because I feel like this could be the great debate. Even though it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We got the dub, and that's all that matters.
The great debate.
The great debate.
Yep. What's going on? Jimenez Video Production. Hey, everyone. It's the Executioner saying what's up. What is up to you? We are going, let's see. He was in, and that's what the Raiders are all about. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Okay, that seems like you on the fence. I know what side I'm on, but hey, that's our drinking game alert. We want to bring in our brother Omar. What's good, O?
What's up? Are we drinking already?
Of course, that's what we do. We did Tailgater Raider YouTube. We don't stop drinking, you know what I mean? And we got our Twan. What's good, Twan?
Hey,
Raider
Twan.
Good, was good.
I love it. Well, man, let's get into that game. Can you, by the way, I would just like to start by saying this is the first home game I've missed all season. And that's what happened. I mean, maybe I should just stay home. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Take one for the team. Take one for the team.
Right? I've never seen a game like that in my life. That was arguably the dumbest play by the Patriots ever. And we can get into why. I think that is. I don't know if the rest of you agree. But that has to be the dumbest play in the history of football.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was 24-24. Why do you sit here and need to try to make something out of nothing when you just kneel, go into overtime? I mean, I could see if it was 24-21 or something like that, and you don't want to lose, so you risk it to try to win the game or whatnot. But it's 24-24. I mean, kneel down on the ball. I mean, once he passed it back to, I forgot the name of that pass player, that lateral back that he was trying to do to get it back to the quarterback, I was like, dude, thank you.
Honestly, I just think that confused everyone. I think that now everyone's like, oh, that's what we're doing? Maybe I don't know what the score is. Maybe we are losing. Should we just lateral it everywhere?
I didn't understand it.
You're not losing. You go down.
No, go down, go into overtime. But hey, I'm thankful. I was like, hey, thank you, because I had hella shit to do, and I didn't want to see overtime. So I was hella happy. I'm like, hell yeah, because I got shit to do.
Right?
Well, hey,
I felt the same way, Omar. I felt the same way.
Yeah. Hey, please tell me I wasn't the only one that when I saw the running back, Stevenson bust through that gap and get as many yards as he did get, that he was actually taking that to the house.
I didn't think he was going to take it to the house, but he took one earlier, so I see what you're saying. But I was just like I say, I was looking at this, I was looking at that, and I really did not have. I didn't understand what After they caught up to him, you could see in pursuit, it looked like they were going to catch up to him. I was just very shocked what he did.
Yeah, they all were. Oh, no, my favorite was Derek Carr's reaction on the sidelines as if he contributed to that in any type of way.
And then I was thinking, damn, is our overtime record so good they'd rather risk it all to not go into OT? I'm like, man. That lets you know you might, if you play some good ball, you can put fear in the folks.
Right, that's a good one.
That's why you never give up. You just try to keep that ball going. Jeez. Usually the Raiders just give up. I thought we were totally given this game because we did not play.
Right. I think that was kind of, seeing that we're up and then give it up again. I think everybody kind of had that damn feeling. Like, come on, you guys, keep the pedal to the metal. And then finally seeing us, you know what I mean, get back into it a little bit, and then get to 24-24. I think it was kind of a little emotional ride there, as you try not to get your hopes up too high because of the history of this season. So.
Oh, 100%. I don't celebrate a touchdown until at least 2 minutes has passed because you never know what's going to happen.
I mean, nowadays, I can't start celebrating until I see the fourth quarter. How well are we playing in the fourth quarter? It's like, I don't care the first and second quarter. Now, the expectation is we're going to do our thing. Can we do our thing in the fourth quarter, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to keep on going to the last minute, like I said, all the time.
Yep.
Like Spicy was just saying, we're like, okay, wait a minute. Is there a flag somewhere? Do we just keep on crossing our fingers and hope we're not going to get that bad ref call? But hey, it was an up and down game. When they first started, I thought they're not looking really good, right? And then the Patriots were up. It's like, oh, they're looking really.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is what I think about that play. Like you said, Omar, and I forget who's hot potatoing the ball all around, like somebody said here in the chat, the executioner. But, it's like, I feel like once that first lateral happened, they almost forgot what the score was or something. Like, were they like, because I can't make any sense out of why they would make that type of decision to keep lateraling the ball. Did he get confused? Oh, maybe we're down, or did I miss a play call? Maybe this is what the coach wants us to do. Like, you can't make sense to me. I can't even make sense out of that. So it's like, what was he thinking? What were they thinking? It's like, you just go down.
Right? I think they were thinking, hey, our chances in the fourth quarter. Raiders always give it up. But in OT, they're going to win. That's the only thing I can come up with, because I'm clueless on why these guys kept that thing going. I'm clueless. Like, I think they, in actuality, I think they were pretty clueless too. I don't, you know what I mean? I just think they, was not thinking, obviously.
Yeah, I think it was a complete surprise. You know what I'm saying? I think after that first pitch, you know what I'm saying, the second one was like, okay, well, he pitched it to me. I guess I'm going to have to make the guy that the play before me right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's now that was a bonehead for him to throw it all the way back to, almost back to the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? But that, it was like a start off of whatever the first player did. You know what I'm saying? So still a bad play.
Throwing backwards is the worst thing to do. It's a live ball. When you lateral backwards, that's a live ball. That's why I'm like, dude, what would you even rip for unless you're behind? It's 24-24. Yeah. If there was nothing in front of you, go down. I mean, like I said, to your point, after the running back had broke one, that was it to me. Once he got caught, that's it. Go down. You know what I mean? But hey, here we are. I'm thankful. I got shit done. House project completed. With a smile on my face, man.
but I will say this. And I'm not trying to justify the bonehead play, but we as Raider defense have not been tackling well either. So that kind of does come into factor too. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he thought, okay, this team ain't really a well tackling team. They're going to be running all over the place. Let's try to make something happen. And he pitched it to, the next guy, and the next guy really didn't know what to do besides throw it again back to the line of scrimmage, where Chandler Jones was just pretty much sitting there drinking a lemonade, waiting for the ball to come to his hand. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a bonehead play, but there is some kind of validity as to why maybe they went that way, because again, our defense has not been tackling well, and we can be honest about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a valid point. I hadn't heard that argument, but I just can't believe that was his thought process at that moment. Yeah. And think that he can still go 50 plus yards. But I don't know.
But that was, and two, though, he's a pretty big running back. So him breaking tackles compared to somebody else breaking tackles, that's kind of like the fodder we all get and we're loving right now of Mac Jones trying to tackle Chandler Jones. Sorry, if that was someone else, they have a chance of tackling Chandler Jones. Mac Jones ain't tackling shit.
No.
So
let's just. I mean,
you know
I know
what I mean?
everyone saw it. We jumped right into it, and I know everyone in this watched the game. But let's just see it again. Maybe we'll see something new. When we can talk about it, we can celebrate it.
The immaculate interception.
Immaculate interception. Can you believe? Like, who was he even throwing that to? There was nobody even around. Chandler Jones happened to be in the right place at the right time. And by the way, Chandler Jones, as we all know, or I don't know if we all know, I think the popular opinion is he's been kind of a bust this year. And for that to be his like epic play of the year.
Hey, well, what's the stats? How many touchdowns does Chandler Jones have in his career? Anybody know?
One? No, I don't know.
We know one for sure. We know one for sure.
This is not his first one. He actually had one when he was a Patriot.
He did have one. All right.
I did have one. But this is what he's going to be remembered for. This is it, right? But I don't know if you noticed Crosby in the back. I don't know who the guy was in Patriots, even though he threw the ball. What's that?
I think it is 2. Go ahead, Mother. Keep going. I just said I think it's 2.
Okay. Even though the guy threw the ball, Crosby had to give him that extra push. He didn't need to push him. He was like, get out of here. So, yeah, I mean, I think Crosby's always on it. Defense is a little lacking, as you said. But Crosby went all the way through still. He's like, get out the way. And then the other one, too, get out the way, right? That was everything.
Biatch, get out the way. Get out the way.
That was completely awesome.
Yeah, for me, I with Chandler Jones, saying I think we all had, in our hearts that he was actually going to come in and produce sack wise, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's brought some other things to the table, you know what I'm saying? And I think this game for me, when he made this play, I was like, man, this just makes up for all the sacks you didn't get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
Because and not just, like this is not his only play. There was I think he did a play last week or 2 weeks ago where it was him that punched out the ball, you know what I'm saying, and got the fumble, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that Chandler Jones has done for the team outside of the sacks. We would love for him to get sacks, but he's getting busy in other ways too.
Well, I feel like in the last couple of weeks he started to step up a little bit. I don't know. Early on, I'm not so convinced.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. That defense is gonna have to play their best game these next 2 games, especially against the Niners, because the Niners got a great defense. So, are we there yet? Did I jump too far?
No, that's okay.
I just quickly segue. While we're talking about the defense, we're really going to need the
Raiders are doing their job. I think it's a 59% chance of them making the playoffs now. And I actually think the other scenarios are – I think the other scenarios for what we need other teams to do are very likely to happen. I think the toughest challenge is for the Raiders to do what they need to do. And I'm sorry to say that. You know what I mean? You've got Pittsburgh in 10-degree weather at 8:00 at night in the East Coast, and we all know Carr has baby fragile hands. Okay. Then we have the 49ers, who are doing a great job with this quarterback who's come out of nowhere. Then to face the rival Chiefs, who I know the Raiders do a good job with the Chiefs, especially at home. Too bad the Raiders don't have home games anymore, though. Okay, that was just a little shade. That wasn't necessary, but.
Hey, what's up, my boy? Carlton is out there. What's going on, big dog? Jacqueline, Coach Makaka. You know what? I would love to see him gone, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. He ain't going nowhere, but anyway, who else we got out there? It's the Castro Benjamin. What's up, you guys? Saying what's up, Dark Raider. What's happening? Hey, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just like, beat the Niners. Look, I don't even care. I do care. I want us to win all these games, but I am laser focused on one game. Please, for the love of everything whole and good, beat the fucking Niners. And I'm like, come on. You know what I mean? I mean, we played the Steelers well. We beat them last year. You know what I mean? I'm like, we got a great running game. A running game.
Yeah, but that was in September. That was a day game in September. It wasn't a
know,
night game.
I'm just making the case of why I think we'll match up with this pretty good. It's because we have a good ground game. Bad weather on the road, a ground game can get you the W. I think it's going to be a great game. I don't know what quarterback we're going to see for the Steelers. You know what I mean? But we know they're going to play good defense. We know they're going to run the ball with Antioch's. You know, our guy from Antioch is out there running crazy and for the Steelers. But I'm just like, man, all I can think about, I'm having nightmares at getting shut out in New Orleans and now facing a much better defense in the Niners. I mean, I got nightmares about this. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I think this win is going to boost them up just a little bit as well. You know, a couple of weeks back, they were looking so bad. They gathered together. They came and they won a few. This was close, but I just think all these little wins, all these positive, everybody working together, they're gonna continue to win. They have to. I mean, they just really, really have to. So
we need our defense to step up. We need our defense to step up. I mean, and I think they can. You know what I mean? Chandler Jones Chandler Jones just needs 3 good. Hey, Chandler, give us 3 good games, bro. He could turn this thing around. 3 good games, Mr. Jones, and I think we can do some things.
How about 3 good games from Twinkle Toes, who doesn't know that he can actually scramble out of the pocket? How about that? How about, you know what? If Carr could scramble out of the pocket, maybe even just a little tiny bit without throwing the ball away every time, the Raiders could have a chance of winning. Okay, I'm tired of his ass. I don't care they got the win. That's all he does is throw the ball away or into the ground.
He did throw the ball away a lot.
When I think of the offense, though, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm still calling out Coach Makaka because look at that how many times have I said, please stop throwing it to freaking our best receiver at the line of scrimmage?
Yes.
Stop it. And then it gets picked off. Stop calling that damn play.
Okay, how about the play calling's horrible. How about the screenplay with 3 and 15? How about when you need yards, instead of throwing to the number 1 receiver in the league and the fastest receiver in the league, and Devontae Jones, no disrespect to Matt, he's done a great job, but he's not the one you go to in those situations. The play calling is complete shit. I mean, the defensive coordinating is complete terrible shit. However, as the quarterback and the leader of the team, if you're getting complete shit play calls, at least scramble and make something happen. Or try.
I mean, like I say, I look at this and I find more faults with coaching. I do see more, like I say, I've seen some line issues, which we've all seen. Right. I just see come on. We had how many in that one game? We had like 4 consecutive third downs where the play calling was so predictable. Oh, against the Rams. Right. The play calling was so predictable. Either you're going to throw a screen or you're going to run it. And, you're just going to run it. Boom.
Forget the play calling on offense. How about the play calling on defense in the Rams game? That literally lost the game for them. How are you going to play that kind of coverage like that?
Yeah. I agree. Like I said, that's what I keep saying. That's where I keep finding the most faults at right now. Like I said, I can't talk too much about Carr. I can't talk too much. There's some individual play like tackling, of course, the obvious stuff that you can't blame coaching for tackling.
Calling on offense and defense, we can talk about it all. Listen, the Raiders won the game. Yes, we're all happy. Our minds are freaking blown. Like nobody has ever seen anything like that. But that game was shit. Listen, we can talk about it. Is all I'm saying. Are we all happy we won? Yes, but that was the Patriots did the dumbest brain dead thing that the NFL has ever seen. And the Raiders, that's how the Raiders won.
And that's how we won. That's okay.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall in the Patriots locker room. I would have loved to
Come on,
be a
man,
fly on
Rosie,
the
where you
wall.
at? I was with Rosie on Sunday. She was all ready to
I'll
talk that
take that W. As at this point, we're gonna take that W. You know what I'm saying? Gonna take that.
I'm gonna take it,
Man.
sure, but just for fun. Just for fun.
Let's see.
Wait, what's our
Just
drinking
for
game
fun.
again?
Let's go around
Was it
robin
in or
here.
out?
Let's go around robin here. Because just for
Alrighty.
fun, the drinking game alert, he was in? Nah, he was out. Mother Moon. That's it. In or out?
Brother was out. He was out. I mean, no,
Rosie.
he was in with the W, but he was out. So he was out.
He was in.
Twan.
He was all the
really
way
out, but he
in.
was in.
Omar.
Oh, he was in. You saw the black dirt kick up. Right from that
Oh,
point, the replay showed the little black dirt.
Hold on. Let's talk about
He was
the black.
in.
That's what I
Okay.
said, Omar. The black
He was
dirt
in.
fine.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, he's in.
There was
I
no
saw
white
white-
chalk over there.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that was the scariest moment for me in that whole game because I thought I'm like, they about to rob us. I'm like, if you think long, you think wrong. And if you got to look at it that long, there ain't enough to overturn it. And I thought they were gonna rob us. So I was so happy. That was like one of the scariest
There
moments for
wasn't
me
enough
right there.
to overturn it. I will give you that. If the play is
Yeah.
called on the field, and look, we can see. Look. I'm a realist. I can say when my team is out or not. Listen, I'll take the W. The Raiders have had the index card, the tuck rule, the whistle, all the shit against them. All of it. I get it. Listen, I will say I'm glad they won. I'm glad the Raiders finally got a call, but that dude was so out. Look at the picture. That black part you see is a Jordan black toe tip. And thank goodness he wore those cleats that day.
Yes.
Look at that black toe out. Look at that chalk up. I never see. There's no space in between. That's his black toe. That is his black toe of his cleat. That's
I
not the
agree.
field.
I totally
That's
agree
not
with
the
that.
space in between. That's the black toe of his cleat on the white line. And you could even see the white chalk kicked up.
I say that was
I saw black
Photoshop.
chalk. I saw black
That
chalk
was
shit
Photoshop.
in the
That took me
game.
a minute.
It's the first time. I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever seen white flying up. And during the game on Sunday, I just saw the
This
black
is
flying
Photoshop.
up.
That's the
Same
argument for it
thing, yep.
being in. That's the argument for it being in.
I don't know.
And
besides all
he was
that,
in.
I want to
was
say
in
that
in
was
my
an
book.
awesome catch, right?
No, hey, it was a
And
great
good-
catch. It was
was
great
like,
field
yeah.
awareness. He did
throw.
his best to drag that toe, but
Yeah.
he was out. I'll take the fact that they thought he was in, but the people that are saying that black part in between
know
is
what?
not the field.
Okay,
Yes.
Spicy Girl. As much
Tell me.
as the refs cheat us out of our plays and cheat us out of our scoring, let us have that. He was in. What are you talking about? I don't see anything. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Fair enough. I'll take it too.
Right.
Fair enough.
Right.
Just like Brady said in the Woodson thing, right? He actually ended up calling it a fumble, but he taking Super Bowl ring.
I mean, come on now.
Hey,
I'll
hey,
take that.
wardrobe is a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? I look at baseball, and actually, I'm a Giants fan when it comes to baseball. And we have a pitcher on our team that's a submarine pitcher, which means that he releases the ball. His ball release is actually by his feet. He actually wears white shoes to confuse the batter, whether it's his shoe or it's the ball. It's a part of the game. So
Okay, well that's also why
if he wears black shoes and that's what made that a touchdown. And let's just say it was a miracle in itself that Keelan Cole actually caught the ball first of all.
Yes. Let's talk about that.
No, but that's
So in my book,
that's
he's
hilarious.
all the way in.
No, but that's funny. You know, the baseball players when they have like those color block uniforms, where they all just wore black and one all just wore white. That's why the pitcher had to wear a color. It's because they didn't want the ball get lost in the ball cap. So that was and so I get that. So hey, why not? Why there maybe listen. I think it's all too ticky-tacky now anyway. 30 years ago, 20, they just played football, stuff happened, all this kind of shit. Now we got to watch every replay, and it's all this bullshit. I think it's ridiculous, to be honest. If you're going to let the play stand on the field, then don't even review it. Just let the play stand as it was seen. But to that point, then, if you're going to look at this, that, and the other in uniform, put them all in red cleats or all in yellow cleats.
He was in.
He was in. She
No,
just said
he
dirty.
He was not in, but on a lighter note, look at my sweater.
Yeah, I'm into all the reviews and stuff like that, and I think the reason why it took so long was, and that's why they had to keep the call that was on, the original call that was on the field, was because it was taking too long to figure out if he was in or out, and in that situation they had to let it go. So it is what it is, and I say it like that because that's just how it was. You know what I'm saying? I know some people their stomachs are going to turn when I say this, but that's the same thing with the tuck rule. That was the rule. You know what I'm saying? And we got beat by that rule. So guess what? We beat them by the rule.
Oh, F them. I'm not advocating that it should be overturned or that the Raiders don't deserve a call once in a while. I'm legit saying, no, I call it as I see it. I think he was out, and I'm glad they won. I'm glad we got the call. Shoot, I'm not mad. I wish they go back to the days where they put casts on their arms and slice people up. Shit. I'm not mad at it. I'm just calling it like I see it. I will take it every single day.
Bring back the stick.
I will take it every single day. They held Mad Max all last game against the Rams.
Oh my God! The whole fourth quarter.
They did.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm not mad at it. Shoot, the rest want to give us some more calls. I'll take those too.
That's right. It reminds me of when there was this big thing about, is it dress gold or is it silver or teal? Remember, and everybody was seeing the same photo, and everybody was seeing it was a different color dress. Doesn't matter. It's still a dress. It's still a touchdown. Take it.
Yep.
Take it all day. So it was in. In a minute, I'm gonna say it's out, but right now,
okay. So then I'll just argue this point to your point. To your point, Mother Moon. Then maybe it was in, but the photo that everyone is using to say differently, because I actually think that photo's photoshopped as well. But that photo that people are arguing saying it's in, get a better photo, because that photo you're trying to prove it with clearly shows it's out. But maybe he wasn't.
That's the issue with any type of debate, because you always have two different sides, and whatever side they're going to make whatever, you know what I'm saying, even they're going to even curtail some of their information to make it seem like this person is bad or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and that's what we run into, especially now. I get what you're
saying, but I'm actually the opposite of that. I'm actually the opposite of that because I want the Raiders to win, and I'm happy with the bad call. So I'm not trying to advocate the other way around. You know what I mean? Like the whistle and all this other stuff. I will say, I think it was out, and I'm glad they called it that way.
But like the tip of the toe that was black, until I looked at that photo a couple times and looked at his other shoe and then looked at the tip of the toe black then white, it looked like his shoe was all white. It was dragging until I looked at his other shoe. I was like, oh, he does have black tips. So it's until you look by side. But I would like to see his shoes maybe on a different play. Does it really show black tips on both? Oh, white tip, red tip. Yeah, like that.
Doesn't matter.
The red part was white.
I didn't notice that.
Red part everyone thinks was the field. But everyone thinks that this red part that was white was the part that was in, and the black part everyone was the field. But this was his shoe. This was the tip of his shoe right here. It's the same shoe, actually.
Yeah, until I looked at his other shoe, and it's like, it does have a black tip.
So Spicy Girl,
tell me.
Are you saying he landed on his toenails? Because can you lift that shoe back up again? The sole is white. The very bottom with which they land on is white. And even if he had tilted his feet as in a plie position not to get on the line, the black is not going to touch the ground unless he's on his face.
No, I'll show you. So
the white sole.
The white is there. See the white. So you see the white sole right under the black there.
Correct. And it's not on the white. And it
blends in with the white line.
That's where you get confused. And that's why the call stands.
No, I'm not confused. And the call can stand. It's not enough to
Well, I'm
overturn.
saying the black didn't touch the turf at all. That black part that you're talking about never touched the turf, never touched the chalk at all. We're considering the white sole
Right,
underneath.
because the white's underneath it. The white's touching the white.
Correct. But it still didn't touch it. Nope.
I think
It was
Hey,
black
It's still a
dirt.
touchdown.
It was
Hey.
black dirt. It was black
like-
dirt, as Omar said. I agree with Omar.
So what
Black
does
dirt.
everyone
Okay,
else
let me
think on
let
the
me ask
chat?
everyone something. Let me ask everyone something. On the
He was
real.
in.
On the
On the
real.
real.
Listen, on the real. Not about we want the Raiders to win and we're biased one way or the other.
We do.
Do you all really think he was in? Or are we just Raiders fans that are you saying my team's always safe? Are we my team's always safe kind of fan base?
I think he was in.
I think it was in. I'm with the same thing. You saw me when the play happened on Sunday, and I stand on my position. He was in.
On Sunday you told me you thought it was out.
Nah, I thought he was
I was like, just wait. I didn't count it either way. I was like, just wait. It's gonna be a minute. But I thought it was out, and I'm like, they're not gonna give it to us. And then they kept on taking longer and longer to review it, and I'm like, okay, we got this.
I thought he was. I thought he was in, but I thought that they were just going to screw us,
rob us. Yep. Now that
there you go.
Exactly.
I was like, he's in, but they're going to screw us.
Rob
Yeah.
us. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It's so status quo for us to get robbed. That yep. That's what my biggest fear was. That whole game was that play right there.
I think if that would have happened, the refs would have got booed and crap thrown at them. It would have been done. They would have had to run and hide, especially at home. A close call like that, they would have had to do the wrap.
So show me the field after the play, and if the integrity of the line is still there, he was in. If the chalk is messed up, he was out. But we already got the touchdown, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because by the time it's fourth quarter, it's the line had to be messed up by then. I would think it would have to be messed up.
I mean, just like the Crabtree catch, you know what I'm saying? With the slice of blue, I see a slice of black.
There you go.
Wrong art. That one's that argument. The slice of black is the shoe. The slice, whether he's in or out, can we agree that the slice of black
In or out.
Yes.
Otherwise,
We
it would go
can
black,
agree.
white, black. No, why? This is why. Because if the slice of black was the shoe, or is the field, as you're saying, then it would go black, white, black, white. There would be two slices of black. Because you would get, to Shanana's point, you would get the slice of black, the shoe, you would get white, and then you would get black again. That's the part you need in between. That's the part that's missing. It's black, and it's white, and there's no other black. I'll show you again. There's no other black. It goes from black to white. Then there should be another black in between. Then there should be black, white, and then black again.
And
He was in.
Michael Jackson said it
He
doesn't
was
matter
black
if you're
to
black
white.
or white.
To black again in that case. But it goes from black just to white, because this white of the sole, to Shanada's point, leads into the white of the line. So there's no black in between this black.
Don't tell them
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, we're saying
He was
W.
in.
We're taking it.
Don't tell them that.
I'll repeat. He was in.
He was in.
You both trying to get us drunk.
Hey, you can say
I'll
he's in, but what Twan just said is wrong, because he said there's a slice of black in between the white, and there's not.
What Twan just said is in.
That's his toe, that's his,
Well,
and then that's his sole, and then it's right on the white line. Y'all know I'm right.
well, the black I was speaking
But
of,
Twan knows. Look, Twan, look at that smile. Twan
Yeah,
knows.
he's in though.
but the black I was speaking of was to Omar's point that there was black chunks of dirt kicked up into the air.
During the game, there was black kicking up, and that for me, that was it. When I saw that when
I'm sure there's
that
gonna be
last
black.
foot, when that last foot when that last foot came down and Black was kicked up and they did the replay, you saw the Black kick up, I was like, he's in.
That's what I saw.
There was nothing I saw after that would have made me reverse my thought of him being in. And
okay, I will say that. There was nothing that I would have looked at it again to say I'm reversing it. The call was made on the field and they can't overturn it.
Yeah.
Because by book, it says that it has to clearly
right.
Yeah.
So,
conclusive
Because
evidence.
it used that word clearly. It uses the word
and
clearly.
like I said, it was just was it extremely close? Yes. It was extremely close.
Yes.
But he was in.
He was in.
Hey, real quick. So Inga said she loves your sweater. Spicy. King Savage also said he loves your sweater. So the fact that Inga says she loves your sweater and I've been trying to get her a Raider sweater, I need to know where you got that from because I got to get her suited and booted. So you please?
I hate to burst your bubble. I got this at the Raider Image in San Leandro when they were going out of business, and it got it for like $20.
So you're saying I got a chance to get it?
South Mall.
I'm saying, you may have a chance to get it, but not from there, not for $20. So
no, right? Oh no! It's gonna be a lot more than $20
maybe
now.
on eBay.
You know what?
Raider Image. It's
and I know people. I know people are probably sick of me crying about this, but damn, I miss all the T-shirts and shit I used to get from the Oakland parking lot. Man, I've been crying. I used to get my whole season wardrobe out there on the first game. Man, I'm sick.
Yep.
I'm sick.
Jax, I agree with Jax. I'll take, like she said, they got the tuck rule, we got the touchdown. Exactly.
Man.
Both calls sucked. However, their call was way more meaningful. That was an AFC Championship game. These are two losing teams who are battling for shit. So,
Crazy girl. We're talking about ugly Raider sweaters. Stay focused.
Mine's not ugly. What do you mean ugly?
That's awesome.
You know
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I'm just messing with you. Everything I say. I love a good debate, a good conversation.
Yes, same.
It's all good, girl. But on the real though, this is not ugly. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, I think it's awesome. So I'm on the hunt now.
And so does Inga.
I've been on the hunt.
I don't know, that sweater might have a price, huh, girl?
Well, I like my sweater. Oh wait, unless Omar wants to get his girlfriend like the best Christmas gift ever and pay me like $200 for it. I mean, who am I to stop him from being the best boyfriend ever?
You see how she backed you in the corner? You see that, Omar? That was not fair.
Right? Look at that.
I think she might
at least now I have my backup plan. and a price.
Yes.
Speaking about a price,
and the price.
We have a raffle going on right now for the Raiders 14 game. Go to the Spicy Raiders Girls Facebook page. It's $20 an entry, and you get 2 tickets. Right now, the cheapest tickets after fees, $1,000 for a pair of tickets.
No.
$1,000 is the cheapest after fees. You can win 2 tickets for only $20. Even if you can't go to the game, if you're a gambler, gamble $20.
Come to the game.
Gamble $20. If you win the tickets and you can't go, sell them. You'll still make $1,000.
Right.
And screw that.
Or go to the game.
Come on out, hang out with us. We'll be there. So.
Or go to the game.
But first, you got to enter the raffle.
Right.
You know.
First, you got to enter the raffle. $20 into the raffle, you could win. Listen, I would enter it. I mean, yeah, especially a gambler for $20. Yeah, like I said, if you don't go, sell them. Make $1,000.
Yep. Very true.
Go on, you want to go?
I hope you come though.
It might cost
whoever you are. Whoever you are.
I
want you to come. But you got to be a Raider fan. If you're a Niner fan, you're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose.
If you're a Niner fan and you enter the raffle, you're gonna lose.
If you're a Niner fan, you're into the raffle. It's going to cost you $40 instead of 20.
Right? There
Hey,
you go.
there you go.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Hilarious.
Man.
All right, we done talked about this game so much, and it's all in good fun. It's all, listen, at the end of the day, that's all I know is there's another W in the win column. So whether I'm right and you're wrong, it's another W.
Did you catch that, everyone? I'm used to that.
Oh, I caught that.
Yeah. I think we're all right because it's a touchdown. We are
at the end of the day,
right.
it's a touchdown. That is true, Mother Moon. At the end of the day, it's a touchdown.
That's right. That's right.
So let's look ahead. Omar, Twan, I'll look to you for a little bit because I got to go get some wine here. But let's talk about the upcoming game in Pittsburgh. BRB.
I'm excited. We've done well in Pittsburgh. I mean, haven't we played in Pittsburgh? I feel like we played in Pittsburgh the last couple of seasons and won. I mean, I remember explicitly last year we were out there and we won, but it feels like they're well in Pittsburgh.
I feel like defense is doing extremely well. We should see a lot more from them. You know, Chandler Jones is on a high right now. Mad Max, he comes out 100%, 110% every week.
Every week.
So I think we're going to be at an advantage. We definitely are an advantage right now, and I believe that we're going to do some things that they're not expecting us to do.
We're definitely going to have to
say, especially like on defense. I was going to segue right to you, Twan, because I was going to talk about what you saw last Sunday with our defense missing tackles. And Harris is a big back out there. It's going to be cold. That boy going to be running hard. We got to tackle. So I don't know if that's where you're going to start, but that's where I was going to hand it to you on.
Yeah, it's you know, I hate to say it, but it was kind of bipolar. You know what I'm saying? We've seen our D-line, and I'm talking about D-line. I'm not even talking about our linebackers at this point. I'm talking about our defensive tackles, and that's where it really starts with our running game. You know what I'm saying? We've seen our D tackles stop the run, and that's actually been where they've been actually very successful at. You know what I'm saying? When you look at overall defense, you've seen our defense, stop the run, but be horrible in the pass. Well, guess what? Last week we were better in the pass and horrible in the run. You know what I'm saying? It was so bad to the point that they got, I believe, 120 yards passing and 200 and something yards in the running game. That was the split when it came to yardage. So I hope that they get back to where they were, you know what I'm saying, 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? At least 2 weeks ago, where they were stopping the run, because they're going to have to do that. And that's what, again, even on the offensive side, we're going to have to lean more on this running game. And it's going to have to be in the trenches with our offensive line, allowing our running backs, whoever they are, Josh Jacobs, Amir Abdullah, you know what I'm saying, and Zamir White are the three guys that they usually trot out. They're going to have to open up some gaps for this running game because, again, it's a cold game. So, and I've said this, and there is a saying out there that running game travels everywhere. And this is a situation where the running game is going to have to travel.
Yeah. And a lot of that success I saw against our defense, it came from double teaming Max. Because Max was making plays against the run behind the backfield. And what we saw the Pats do is double team Max. And it was effective for the pass and the run, because that's how effective Max Crosby is. He's been terrorizing the running game as well as, putting pressure on the quarterback in the passing game. And once they did that, so we have to help Max out, which means, is it Tillery who's going to, who lines up, next to him and helped him out a little bit, and so they have to roll off of Max a little bit and pay some attention there to the tackle position. So man,
and that's where it plays out. You know what I'm saying? You have Max Crosby that pushes or forces quarterback up, and then you have your defensive tackles. As soon as they step up, the defensive tackles are supposed to push into that and collapse the pocket. And we need those defensive tackles to do that. Billings, Tillery, Bilal Nichols, whoever they put down there, you know what I'm saying, in the middle, they're going to have to get that push up the middle because, again, that's where it's coming from. Chandler Jones, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk too much about him, but Chandler Jones is also, you know what I'm saying, bringing in on the other end, and that's what's bringing, you know what I'm saying, the quarterback and the running back up into that middle section. So defensive tackles, it's really your time to shine.
Yeah, yes, sir. I agree.
Well, we've got they've got the Steelers at -3, so that's not huge. That's not a huge deficit. Over under 39 points. That's actually a pretty low scoring game. Hopefully the Raiders can score a lot of those. The problem with that, though, with the Raiders is I think they're just okay with field goals. We all know we got Carr throwing it away every chance he gets. So to get to half of that at 20 points, that's a lot of field goals. So we'll see what that brings in that aspect. And then we got the money line at Steelers -145, Raiders +125 for all the gamblers out there. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, 39 points for the Raiders they've got to get 20 to win according to Vegas, betting that is, and that means you got to score some touchdowns, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough in the cold weather. You can't rely on the kick. I feel like they throw it away a lot just to rely on the kick, and that 3 points is it's going to take a lot of 3 points to get there.
Right. Did we talk? And maybe I missed it. Did we talk about Waller being back and his touchdown?
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely good to see. Well, to me, he did great and got that touchdown. And then that one pass that was going to Devontae, he tried to break on it, and it ends up being an incomplete. And it was, I think that was a third down. You know what I mean? When that happened. So I'm like, come on now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where that wasn't going to you, Waller. So I just think maybe that was just a little rust where he was making a play on a ball that wasn't going to him. But it was great to see him out there. Great to see him score a touchdown on his first game back. So I still think, like I say, I think of all the weapons we have on offense. I know we've had some shortcomings, but Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Our coach does not. I can't stand his play calling. He's too conservative, and our defense is not good enough yet for how conservative he is. You can't nurse a lead with this defense yet. And I mean, so I like I say, when everybody's talking about Carr and this and that, I can't get beyond Makaka. I just can't. I'm like, I don't even care. He's not give Carr enough good plays that I can say, oh shit, Carr, that was on you. He gave you thousands of great plays. But no, he's making you throw to Adams at the line of scrimmage. You got the best freaking wide receiver, and you want him to shake and bake from the line of scrimmage? Man, you better give that ball to your running. You better put your running backs out there to do some stuff like that. I'm sorry, that kills me.
I mean, listen, I'll agree with you. The play
kills me.
The play calling is terrible. I'll agree with you. Even like I said, them going to Matt over Adams. But the thing that drives me crazy with Carr is even in a bad play, he doesn't move or scramble. He gives up too soon and too easily. You don't see Mahomes doing that. You don't see you don't see any quarterback doing that. You don't see any quarterback waiting 2 seconds, throwing it away because that one guy was supposed to get's not open. I'm going to throw it away and throw it on the ground. Every other quarterback will at least try to move. I'm not saying McDaniels makes good play calls because he's certain, but at least other quarterbacks give their team an opportunity for something else to develop and happen. So there's not one person to blame here. We blame all the people. Yellow cards everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
yellow cards everywhere. I haven't heard the yellow cards since freaking Pride Fighting. Dang, you went old school on that. I'm having Pride Fighting flashbacks right now. I just love Pride Fighting. Good Lord.
Omar, I wanted to go back to you talking about Waller. I think that was rust. You know what I'm saying? And that was the reason why I wanted Renfro and Waller to play in the Rams game so that they could get the rust off, so that they could be ready for. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen the trend of, you know what I'm saying, when a player is injured or whatever and they get off of IR or whatever, it usually takes them one game to kind of get back to, you know what I'm saying, back
Yep.
to form. And I wanted them to get that out in the Rams game. But also it was Russ, but it was also this, and I'll say this about Waller. Waller has been our number one guy. You know what I'm saying? He's been our go-to, you know what I'm saying? And he's been that for, you know what I'm saying, for a few seasons now, you know what I'm saying? Barring injury and all that stuff.
Before Adams.
Yeah, before Adams. That's what I'm saying, before Adams. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, in that situation where there was that collision of, you know, routes and stuff like that, I think Waller was thinking, okay, the ball is in my vicinity. I need to make a play, as if he's the number one, you know what I'm saying? And now he has to have that mindset of, I need to play my role. And it was the best situation in the touchdown, because the reason why Waller was so open was because DA was taking double coverage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he needs to, of course, he needs to get the rust off, but he needs to have that mentality that I'm not the number one anymore. I can just be me and do what I need to do. And if he can get that, him, Renfro, and all these pieces, we're going to be all right. Because again, that was the key to this past game for us winning, was because, you know what I'm saying, they double team DA in the second half. That's why DA didn't get too many touches even in the entire game. But in the second half, he just wasn't around. But the other options, the Mac Hollins, the Keelan Coles, they finally stepped up and did what they needed to do, you know what I'm saying, to handle their job. So if everybody can just grasp that idea, then we'll be all right. And I think that's the same thing with Waller. Lose that number one mentality, you know what I'm saying, because you're not the number one anymore. We got options on this team now.
I agree with you 100%. And not only that, I think that needs to go for Renfro as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Renfro's in kind of in that number one position, if you will, because of the Ruggs situation. He was never a number one guy. He's still not a number one guy, you know. And now that Adams has stepped up, has joined the team, it's time for those guys to step back and know their role.
Yeah.
And I think too, I was going to say more time in the system, and I think that will be evident too, because Jesus Christ, man, if Makaka can't draw up plays with this talented offense, with these weapons, man, so that they automatically know where things is going to, depends on who the coverage had to pick. So, you know what I mean? It's incredible what these guys should be able to do.
Absolutely. And Renfro was never, and I love Renfro, but Renfro was never a number one. But what made him the number one for us was that he was reliable. You know what I'm saying?
Third down, baby. Third and Renfro.
With what we had, you know what I'm saying? He was reliable with what we had, but now he's not that anymore. And that's why I love what we have offensively. If they can just put it all together, you know what I'm saying? Have everybody on the field at the same time, but have that, you know, think about that. You have DA, you know what I'm saying, being the number one receiver, and then on third downs, you know, you have at least two reliable, you know what I'm saying, options, whether it's Waller or Renfro, you know what I'm saying, to move the chains. It can work, but they just got to put it together.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you see they're still shuffling the line, so it's, you know, I'm thinking last season where the line took a little bit else. They started gelling at the end. I was hoping that was going to happen here, but obviously with some exodus still of some linemen, obviously that didn't happen. You see them get rid of Sampson, not, you know, what was that, last week or week before? So that's letting you know that there's still some shuffling going on this offensive line, and it was worse off than we thought. And it's just like, you know, I think the play calling has to speak to that. That's why I keep going back to that. When you got that much pass rush and your line is not holding very well, give Carr some quick plays. I'm sitting there yelling like, Carr, this is not the time to step drop. Then I'm thinking like, why the hell Makaka ain't giving him, you know what I mean, some quick throws.
Omar,
why?
Help me understand, Omar, when the coach gives him a play, but then he throws it to nobody and he throws it out. Right. That wasn't the play given to him.
The camera, number one, doesn't let us. But see, one thing the camera doesn't do a lot of times, especially, and I don't know if it's just us, but sometimes you'll see what they'll show you how tight the coverage was. They'll let you see what the quarterback saw as his reason away.
Okay,
a lot of times we
I
don't
get
get that.
that.
We
I
don't
get
get
that.
that angle.
We don't get that angle, but sometimes I feel like we don't need that angle because he throws it away so fast. 2 seconds. Without scrambling. That's what I'm saying. Without scrambling, though. So 2 seconds, he throws it away. We might not see the angle, and the guy that the play call was for, the coverage might be there. But like I said, we'll just talk AFC West. If you look at Herbert, if you look at Mahomes, they move. They get out of the pocket. They scramble. Carr, I get it. If it's not there, I get there's times where you need to throw it away. I get that.
Yeah.
But he does it automatically, immediately.
Yeah. He doesn't scramble as much as those guys. He has his moments for scrambling. Like I say,
he doesn't have those young legs.
Yeah. But like I guess for me,
we're past if it was a touchdown or not because it was called a touchdown, but he was definitely out. We're on to Bakaka now.
I'm just ready to drink.
Well, it was in. Right now, I'm saying it's in.
And if the drinking game is Makaka, I could be in trouble because if it's just bad names for our coach,
get your girl to break a new bottle.
I can really be in trouble.
Get your girl to break a new bottle out, girl, because you know it's going down.
I mean, like I say, I just frustrated. I get frustrated thinking of what I would call. You know what I mean? What would I call? And I'm no NFL, genius. I'm not anything they call McDaniels. They sit there. He's like the prodigal son. They christen this guy as, he's the offensive guru. And really? How many short passes? What all could you do to help slow down this pass rush? Because I just don't see it play calling. And if I'm wrong, hey.
And I'll say this too, Omar, to what you're talking about is it doesn't help too down in distance. You know what I'm saying? When you're starting off first down and your stupid offensive line is Illuminor's holding, you know what I'm saying? Or and now you're 2nd and 20, you know what I'm saying? Or 1st and 20.
Yeah.
And then you get to 3rd down and you're now 3rd and 15. You know what I'm saying? You still need to allow time for these wide receivers to get down the field. So I understand that aspect of it, but my bone to pick with this, and this is my only bone to pick with Ziegler, is why didn't you see that this offensive line that we had wasn't really what it was cracked up to be like? Why didn't we address that? Because that was our issue going into the season. We didn't have an offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So why didn't we address the same issue that we had in the beginning of the season? Why did you think that you were going to try to fix that issue with the guys that we had? And now you're realizing it in week what? You know what I'm saying? That our offensive line ain't what it is by getting rid of Lester Cotton, getting rid of John
That's
Simpson.
What I'm saying. It used to be better. Actually, the offensive line wasn't as bad last year as it is this year. They broke down because of really bad decisions that they made to deteriorate that O-line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're a good GM, you have an understanding of McDaniel's system, and you're supposed to have an understanding of, hey, what guys can assimilate to this quicker or have a lot more experience in that's available. I thought he did a good job drafting Parham. So you shown me you can bring some guys in, but to Twan's point, why wasn't that a major focus? Because it doesn't seem like it. You know what I mean? It just does not seem like it was a major for us. To get that O-line squared away. So now we got to wait,
We can debate this all day long. Jeff Turner
says,
our offense is not a problem, our defense, that is the problem. By the way.
No, I kind of agree with this, but I get mad that we coach the offense like the defense is good. McDaniels is so conservative, he acts like our defense is good enough to hold those leads. That's why we stall. I'm like, dude, you better play like you're behind. But, like I say.
And this is an interesting point because I don't even think this is something that needs to be debated. Because the offense is the problem, and so is the defense.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
both,
gonna have
right?
to
The
agree with you. It's
offensive
both.
line is terrible.
I would say to Jeff's point,
I think Carr is the problem. And you go to the defense, besides Mad Max, there's nobody else really playing defense. And then if you look at the defensive coordinator, he sucks too. So
right. I think if we
I
had as many,
a little bit, the offense is the problem, and the defense is also the problem. But oh my,
the team's the problem.
Right. I just think it's.
Hold on one sec.
I just think
Hold on one sec. Before you get to you want to bring in another special guest. I want you to drink. We got Dirty Kilo. What's good?
What's good? How you guys doing?
Good.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Thanks for joining us.
Good.
Nice to see you. We saw you out there at the Rams game. We were just
Yep.
talking about, someone in the comments had just said that the offense is not the problem, our defense is the problem. I'm saying I think there's issues on both sides, and Omar was about to comment on that, and then after Omar comments, we'll shoot to you, Dirty Evo.
Sure.
I agree with that. I just think it's different. I think if we had as many playmakers on defense as we do on offense, I think our defense would be a lot better. And I think our play calling on offense, I know our defensive coordinator have made some questionable play calls as well. I just don't think he's made as many bad play calls as our offensive play calling has. That's my opinion. So, yes, both sides of the ball has some issues, but I do think the greater issue is defense. And I think we do need some, like I said, if we had as many good players as our offense do on the defense, I think they would be a lot better.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Like, I mean, overall, if you really look at the whole picture, you know how you are. I know I watch you, Spicy, and I know you be going in on my boy DC, my Fresno boy, but yet I'm a Raider fan. But I know it's out of love, and I know you want the best for it. So I get it. My brother Twan, what's going on, man? Me and Twan were actually watching this game last weekend. You know what I mean? He was over here at the pad. We barbecued, had a good time, man. My brother. Nice seeing you again, brother.
Sure.
But yeah, going back to that, I mean, he's actually, like, by record, he's having the worst season that he ever has had ever as an NFL player. The offensive line is completely, like, shattered. We had probably like a third stringer playing really, really well in bars. You know what I mean? And now we got practice squad guys playing, a center playing guard. You know what I mean? So there's that. We're still pulling it out. You know what I mean? This whole crazy worst play in the NFL history. Yeah, I agree.
Love it.
I'll take it. I will take it.
I'll take that shit. Yeah, I'm all for it.
Out.
Yeah, I'm all for it. We're over there talking on SC's channel right now. Shout out to SC and everybody over there right now. Yeah, we were talking about the defense and the adjustments. Graham is like, either I know he doesn't really have the talent to actually run this defense, but I think his defense is well ran, and it's the idea of it and like what he wants to do, but I don't think he has the players for it. So that actually like is really like Meek Robinson. He played really, really well, but like Meek Robinson, I've always liked him, but on any other team, he's like a third stringer, and he was making plays out there. So you got to look at the type of players that we do got. We got older veterans and stuff like that, and it's a mixture. Yes, we got Chandler Jones and Crosby. Obviously, Crosby is who he is, but we need depth. We don't have that, and that's the biggest story on both ends. You know what I mean? It's later in the season. At this point, I just want to win no matter what. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if
likewise
Hollins is throwing touchdown. I don't care. Just as long as we win. I don't. I've had enough stress this year. I just want to win. It's like I'm done already. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I know. Call it what you want, but call it a touchdown. We call it a touchdown.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Touchdown.
I'm a little nervous about this next game, though.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Tell us your thoughts on it.
In Pittsburgh, we've done well in Pittsburgh. Like I said, I'm more nervous about the Niner game, but why are you nervous about the Steeler game? We've done well in Pittsburgh.
We've done well in Pittsburgh, but our offensive line is pretty much, like I said, depleted. And we were facing Ogunjobi, Hayward, J.J. Watt, some little brother or whatever, TJ Watt, TJ, whatever, one of the guys. One of the beast. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then
That guy is a beast.
Hey, right now I'd rather face JJ than TJ though.
of course, all day right now.
By the way, it's scary. We talk. I'll get just to punk on your little boy DC for a second. The way he throws the ball away at the rate he does, any Watt coming at him, that ball's gonna fly out of his hand so fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Now the thing is, they're saying that the winds gusts are supposed to be like 30 miles an hour, which I doubt. It's supposed to be like I think 8 degrees. If it's not snowing, I think we're gonna be all right. My biggest things with those front four right there. I'm just a little nervous with our line. Jacobs is gonna, his left hand or right hand. I can't remember. Was left or right hand? Twan, which one?
I think it's the right pinky,
right hand,
right finger.
Oh, it's his left. Okay.
Left pinky, right?
Yeah.
Or left pinky, right? That makes no sense.
So that's going to kind of, yeah. So it's going to kind of be a little bit hard for him to hold the ball. You know what I mean? To get a good grasp on it. You know what I mean? Especially in the cold. Have you ever been slapped in the cold? You know what I mean? It hurts. You know what I mean?
It hurts a lot worse.
Really game.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a battle. These next couple games are just gonna be battles. We're just gonna have to you know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Way, though, to that point, if the Raiders can actually win in Pittsburgh in the middle of the night, almost on the East Coast with travel, 10-degree weather, followed up with a defense like San Francisco has, and then the 7th straight AFC title winner in the Chiefs, that would be pretty freaking epic because those games are huge. Like, if they can actually pull that off, then they say, you know what they say, if you in the playoffs, then you made it to the dance and it's any man's game. So can you imagine their confidence going into that? If they can actually pull those 3 things off, that would be epic.
Well, that's what I was saying. All those last games they won, this last game, even their confidence level and the way they're molding together and communicating. I think I'm going for that. They're going to do well. Their confidence level is got to be up, especially after this crazy win. They're like, anything can happen. They're going to just keep playing to the last minute, to the last second, and we're just going to do it.
Yeah.
Whether it's in or out, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, as long as you win.
There's definitely building blocks, you know what I'm saying, throughout the season of things that they can offensively and defensively that they all can grasp on, you know what I'm saying, and pull them through. So definitely, they're banking these memories. Chandler Jones is, you know what I'm saying, close out, you know what I'm saying, that's another memory bank, you know what I'm saying, and there's a lot of things within the season that they can hold on to keep them, you know what I'm saying, keep their spirits up, trying to close out these games.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I'm just so focused on the Niner game because, like I say, we played the Steelers well. I mean, I can't remember a Raider team that hadn't played the Steelers pretty doggone close. Look how well we played KC. We lost by 1 point. You know what I mean? But like I say, I keep zeroing in on the Niners because of that defense. And I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? At home, I just think that's our greatest challenge. I do, like I say, I think we can beat the Steelers. I think we can beat Kansas City. You know what I mean? So, but
the
when it
Raiders
comes
always
down to
Kansas City good at home.
we do. We play them tough. We played them tough in Kansas City.
My real issue with the Steelers game is the Raiders, especially Derek Carr. I'll say it over and over again. He's not good with traveling to the East. He's not good in playing in the cold. This is an 8:15 East Coast game in 10 weather. And I don't think he's ever – there's probably some wild stats. Somebody in the chat tell me what it is because I've seen it before, that he has never won in a game that is under like a certain amount of degrees or something like that. And I don't know what it is. It might be 30 or 20 or something like that, whatever it is.
I think it's 32 degrees.
32 degrees. There you go. Thank you, Tuan. Thank you. Okay. And hey, like I said, I hope they pull it out. And like I said, that will be an epic start to the defense and to a rivalry. This is like the 3 epic things, right? You got to get through the cold, the defense, and the rivalry. If
Sure.
you want to label them just for fun. If you want to
Well,
label them
we've
for
been in the cold. We
ESPN
watched the game.
documentary. If you want to label them for the ESPN
There you
documentary.
go. There you go. I
The
see you.
Raiders have a 59% chance to make the playoffs, and all they got to get through is the cold, the defense, and the rivalry.
There it is.
Cold is cold
we
for
got what it
everyone.
takes.
Superior sound
That's it.
protection.
I think we got this one guy who's the rushing leader right now. I think we got a chance. I think we got a chance. I mean, this kid has been killing it.
We need all hands on deck, all weapons fired for sure.
Yeah. And like I say, now Renfro and Waller, this will be their second game back. So, like I say, it's cold weather. There's your short passing game right there. You know what I mean? To get some of those hard yards. So I really think with what we're going to roll in there with, we definitely have more than a chance to beat the Steelers.
Totally. They just can't F it up.
Well, Spicy, Superior Sound Production says, I'm from PA. Cold is cold for everyone.
That's all I was going to say, too.
Because
they're,
But, you come from somewhere else, and, you're from California, you go anywhere below 70, and it's cold, right?
Hey, when it's 60s in California, I think it's cold. But I'm not even going by that. I'm going by stats that Derek Carr has actually performed in as well.
See, stats. See, me and Stu and Twan, I think was on the panel too. Stats can be misconstrued.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Yep. Totally. You know what I mean?
They
so
can
it's
be
like
padded during garbage time.
Right. Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? So with that method, like if we turn around and be like, oh well, okay, well maybe he should. If he can't do it under that, maybe this is the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try to be optimistic. You know what I mean? Because I mean, at this point, this is who we got. This is the team that we got. This is what we're facing. So it's like right now we're 0-0. I can't look at the next team because this right now we need that one win. So we need to focus everything on that. You know what I mean? And that defense is good. And that defense is there, and we see it, but we got to get through the cold first. You know what I mean? And that's going to be the biggest thing. I'm just hoping play calling is going to get better. I think play calling has been so judgmental be to everything, bro. Why do we have Devontae Adams, the number one wide receiver, as a fullback?
Line of scrimmage. At the line of scrimmage. Ah!
I get it. Like, if you threw
therapy after this season.
Yeah, like if you threw a trips package with like Waller and Holland and them right there, and they just kind of go all over the place. Like, yeah, I get it, but no, you know what I mean? It's play calling all the ways around, and it's situational.
Can I interrupt this regularly?
No, that's fine.
Programming really quickly, just to give a shout out to DJ Mike Scott, the Black Hole DJ, the DJ of the Raiders. I'll just call him that. And Mike Scott, if you want to put everything you're going to spend over the next couple weeks, there's three more. Wait, how many more home games? 2. 49ers and Chiefs.
KC.
If you want to put in the parties you're going to be DJing at, of course, if you're in Las Vegas, you can always catch him at the Stage Door on Friday and Saturday nights when the Raiders are out of town. And then I don't know his whole schedule, and I don't want to say something that he may or may not be at, but I know he's at the blackout parties, he's at the black hole parties, he's at the black hole tailgate party in J-Lot. Then he's at almost every Raider event that there is in Vegas. He's the DJ. This is why I love DJ Mike Scott. Not only does he know his music, he's knowledgeable about his music. He plays good tunes. He knows how to mix. But this is the most important crowd. That's it, Mother Moon. You know what I was saying? The most important thing is he knows how to read a crowd. He gets the vibe, and whatever the vibe is that the crowd is giving, he'll give back. So shout out to him, and check out everything he's got going on in Vegas for sure.
Yes.
But you were saying that was my.
And we come back from commercials. We now return.
I was saying Coach Makaka just so I could drink.
Oh, okay. In case you didn't know, that's a drinking game. We switched it up for he's in and out. Now it's Coach Makaka.
Coach Makaka.
But Omar, can I tell you? You say Coach Makaka, but what about Belichick calling that timeout? Didn't he, kind of shit on the team? He called the timeout. The touchdown didn't count. I mean, yay, right?
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall in the Patriots locker room after that game. I'd have loved to hear the lecture they would have got after that game.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
That I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like if I would have did something like that at like my job, like I don't even think I'm showing up on Monday. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
I just won't show up. I'm cool.
Like, I'm not gonna go in the locker room after the game. Yeah, I'll see you next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna start packing my stuff now. See you guys next week. Let me know.
All right, I'm gonna circle back to my commercial really quickly, just so he just plugged this right here. Thank you. He says, Sahara Sahara. I don't know. Anyway, that's the Black Hole Party. That should be a good one. We're actually.
It looks like she's cutting out a little bit, so I'll just kind of take over. If it is not, maybe it's me. It's for New Year's Eve at the Sahara.
If it doesn't get flexed, I think it might get flexed. But if it doesn't get flexed, it's going to be the day before at the 7th. If you haven't been there, it's at the Illuminarium, which is a very cool place to check out. A day before party. And a game, actually. We saw the game there with John for the Chiefs game. It was a pretty awesome spot as well. So look out for that.
Yes. Looking forward to it on New Year's Eve to hang out with the Black Hole, Too Short, and DJ Mike Scott. And man, that's going to be
there.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I'll be there. Of course,
you guys gonna be there New Year's Eve?
No, I make my own fireworks at home.
Okay.
Here's that.
Okay then.
I know.
So yeah, I might try to pull off the Kansas City game, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
There you go. Hey, I just could not have our state. And man, I circled that game. I'm thinking, oh no, I'm not about to have these 49ers take over our stadium. I live in the Bay. I'll have to live with that shit until the next time.
God. Yep.
So I was like, I'm going. I don't care where I'm going. Shoot.
Okay.
No. And by the way, like I said before, if you don't have tickets already, we're running a raffle. $20 per entry will get you 2 tickets to the game. The tickets are going on Ticketmaster right now for $1,000. You can go to the game. You can't go to the game if you're a gambler. Throw in $20. Maybe you'll win. You can sell them for $1,000.
Shit, or go.
Or just go.
Or go.
Come out.
Should does it come with the Airbnb?
Party with
you
the
should throw
Black
Airbnb
Hole.
in it. I'll throw another 20 on it.
He said you got an Airbnb.
I got a garage you can stay in.
Actually, that's a good idea. I'm gonna work. I'll work not for this year, but I should work that in.
All right, you go start putting together ticket packages.
Start doing that. See, since I came up with the idea,
hotels do it.
Yeah,
I'll give you a percent. I'll give you a percent.
No, don't give me a percentage. Just give me a ticket and just a room, and then I'll just manage and make sure the house is nice and clean. You know.
Oh, you'll be the house manager? Okay,
I'll be the house manager. There you go.
Fair enough.
No, I'm joking.
Sounds good.
That'll be great. Yeah, it's gonna be the next couple games are gonna be great.
Yeah.
We have a couple of PPR Raider Alliance. They're going to be at the New Year's Eve game too. So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
I just want to say, when you say hi to me, I have to apologize ahead of time. I am not good at remembering names or faces. Just say, hey, I'm so and so. Remind me. I'll give you a hug, and that's just how I am. It's like I don't even remember Spicy Raider Girl's name half the time, and her real name.
Just blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. No offense taken. I hope if I don't say hi.
No offense taken or no offense given?
Yeah.
I don't want you to take it. Don't take it. In or out. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Spicy. Are you gonna ask or should I ask?
Ask.
Predictions for the last 3 games. Predictions. Dirty, start it off.
I am a man of faith. I shall not give numbers.
Wow. First time I heard that one on this show.
Nah, I try not to, but with the game and the way the defense is looking, and if I'm just pulling something out of the air, I'm gonna say 21-17.
21-17 for Saturday. Yeah. Nice.
I'll do 21-17. Yeah.
What about the last two games? What do you think?
I'm not worried about
score,
those.
just win or lose.
I can't, bro.
You can't see,
I worry. Look, right
win.
now we're not winning ahead. You know what I'm saying? We're not like 10. You know, we're not a winning record. I'm worried about just one win at a time. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
you know, I can't be all over the place. I can't count my chicks before they hatch. I just, you know what I mean? It's just me. So, you know, because then after that, then I'm gonna start like, all right, we're gonna start drafting. Well, who we drafting? Because that's what I got to start kind of looking at after that, you know. So yeah, so I just want a good win. So I'm gonna throw it out there. I usually don't. I kind of do it on my channel every once in a while, but I haven't done it for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So 21-17.
All right.
Better play calling. That's all I need.
Mother Moon, what you got for the last 3 games?
Okay, I don't have a score for any of the last 3 games, not my prediction, but I'm gonna say win.
Hey, just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
Win, baby. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Just bring me some love. I'm good.
I love it. Mr. Twan, what you?
Oh, I got the love.
Bring it 3 times.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, I can't call numbers. You know what I'm saying? I 777-9311.
I love it.
I can't call any numbers, but I just want better play calls. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just calling McDaniels. I'm calling, you know what I'm saying, Patrick Graham too. And if they can do that, because there's certain things that I see, you know what I'm saying, and if I can see it, then why are you guys not seeing it? You know what I'm saying? You know, points to exploit, you know, weaknesses and stuff on all teams. I think the like I already said what I needed to say about the Steelers. You know, it's the trenches, run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Stop the run. The Niners, you know what I'm saying? They're going to run, so you need to stop the run. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But they're also hurt at the same time. So find out who, you know what I'm saying, who their third string corner is that we're playing against. We need to pick on that person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to help us in that game. And then, you know, the Kansas City Chiefs just I don't know why we don't, or maybe we can't address it, but I'll say what every third down, Mahomes is looking for Kelsey. So why are we not keying on that? You know what I'm saying? And that's just
the best tight end, man. He catches everything.
But we know that he does catch everything, but we know that that's his safety valve. So if we're able to stop the safety valve
between Mahomes and Carr too. Mahomes isn't afraid to throw into those tight slots, and he's confident in the guy that's going to catch it. Carr will not throw into those tight slots. He'll throw it away. So even if you've got an Adams or Waller, Carr's not going to throw in those tight slots. If the dude's not wide open, he's throwing it away. I don't know if he's trying to pad stat, whatever. If he just wants less interceptions, he doesn't have good accuracy, whatever. Carr doesn't that.
Well, see, the thing is, with that, like, it's like you cannot compare those two guys at all. There is no way. Like, you know what I mean? For like, you know, Carr and Mahomes. Like, Mahomes is magical. That guy, I hate him so much. Like, he looks like my nephew. I want to punch him in his face. You know what I mean? But it's like he's just
I hate him in the same
he's a magical
sentence.
dude. Like, you know what I mean? But then Andy Reid has this thing about mobile quarterbacks, and he actually, if you look at his history, he's actually successful with mobile quarterbacks. McNabb, Vic, you know what I mean? And now Mahomes. So his scheme works for that. You know what I mean? So it's like Derek Carr has never been that guy. He is just a quarterback. You know what I mean? He
pocket passer.
Yeah, he can move. He can move, but they don't want. I think the reason why he doesn't move, because at Fresno State he did move when he had to, but they wanted him a pocket passer. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he moved. He had a lot of yards. I think he had like close to
Did he move
700
or did he
yards.
move more? That's the difference.
When he moved when he had to. And he's never had the only time he started actually being successful was when he ran the spread offense, and that was with Musgrave, and that's what he ran at Fresno State, and that's what they were actually good at. And we don't run the spread offense, so that's where it's kind of an adjustment. And he's had so many different offenses, you know what I mean, and it's crazy. But I mean, I reflect, regardless of all that. As far as Kelsey's concerned, going back to that when we get to Kansas City. I want a Meek to cover Kelsey. He got Meek's covered him, and when the Meek has covered him, he shut him down. You know what I mean? But a lot of people didn't want him. Everybody wanted everybody else on him, and that's when he got the 4 touchdowns. They kept the Meek away from him. I think, and the way Kelsey plays, and the way that Mahomes and they move, the way they play is like if they're not moving, if nothing's happening, they move, they shift. The whole team shifts. So they get behind the linebackers, in front of the safeties, in front of the cornerbacks. So that's how they're always winning. You know what I mean? So that's just like a thing that they do. So yeah, it's very, very hard to keep that guy from being like stable. You know what I mean? And that whole team is just the way they game plan. We're not game plan for that.
Yeah. Well, really quickly
So
before
Spicy, what's your prediction? Wait, hold on, Spicy. I want to hear your predictions now.
I do. Before we get into my prediction, though, I just got wind that it might be Cool Kev's birthday. So Cool Kev, send out a salute to him if it's your birthday, my friend.
Hey, happy birthday, Cool Kev. What up?
Birthday
happy birthday.
Happy
Another
birthday.
Successful trip around the sun.
Birthday with us.
$2.
Let's get that win. Let's get that win for Cool Kev. We thank you so much. If you're still watching,
let's go.
Definitely.
Yes.
Thanks for that Stevie Wonder's version of happy birthday. He says thanks greatly. Appreciate it. Salute, my friend. Thank you for being a supporter of our show and all the other shows, and I wish you a very happy birthday. And hopefully the Raiders get this win for you.
Definitely.
My prediction. Okay.
And what can you do in one sentence?
Yeah, I will. Actually, I will. I don't have any score predictions, and I actually don't know which wins or losses the Raiders will get, but I think they will finish 1-2.
1-2. Wow. Now, what's the 1? Do you know the 1?
That's what I'm saying. I think it could go either way. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what the one's gonna be. It's gonna be like this last game, or what's the game that? Sorry, I had a whole bottle of wine. Shoot, what's the game with the Jacobs ran it back? Who are they playing?
Seattle.
When Jacobs ran that touchdown in Seattle. Yep.
Seattle. Okay, the one way is gonna be one of those like crazy endings that nobody could have predicted. So I don't know which one.
Right.
But
like this last game.
Like this last game. Like this last game and like the one in Seattle.
Well, here's my thoughts.
Tell me.
We went in Seattle. We were supposed to lose that game. We were the underdogs, and we won. We're supposed to win that game. Oh, we give it up. All right. Look what we had to do in New Orleans. That was a team. That was a team we were supposed to win, and we lost. So with that, I'm looking at the Steelers, I'm looking at the Niners, and I'm looking at Kansas City, and I'm saying, we about to win all 3. Guess why? Because we ain't supposed to. And here's how we're going to do it. With the Steelers, we're going to take that running game, we're going to finally engage in what I hope, is a nice short passing game that's functional in this game. Mm-hmm. With the Niners, we got to spread that defense out. And we got to use these weapons to attack that Niners defense. And the defense, hey, come on, man. Give Purdy a little help. Get a little Mr. Irrelevant some pressure. Come on. We can do it. Yeah. Dial it up. Blitz, and let's get that win. And Then in Kansas City, hey, take every point you get. Don't go for the 2-point conversion. Just grind it out to the end and with W in Kansas City. We're going to play Kansas City hard like we've done, and we're going to get the win. That's how we get these 3-0. Everybody's going to bet against us, and that's why we're going to win. Those are my
Tell
thoughts.
us. Preach it.
What's up?
Hey, I hope you're right. And that's part of the reason why I can't predict which one's going to be a win or loss, because you never know with the Raiders. Like, you literally never know.
Right? Right?
So in a perfect world, the Raiders win out, and all the other scenarios happen, and they have some weird one-off playoff game.
Now, see,
away,
I don't know if any of that other stuff's going to happen.
Up and burn the house down.
Oh. But you know, if we win out, those other teams ain't losing. Like, unfortunately, I don't believe that.
No,
I don't think the Chargers are going to lose. I'm just saying. I think we can win out, but
all those scenarios. No. I actually think all those scenarios are more likely to happen than the Raiders winning out. All those scenarios are on their way to happening already. 100%.
We needed the Chargers to lose last week, and Tennessee. I'm thinking if there was any game the Chargers could have lost, it was that one. And now what? I think they're going to play the Colts this weekend. Yeah.
But it's an either-or thing, right? I thought it was like the Chargers or the Jets had to do something. And then the other two teams are on pace to already do it, to already lose it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I got more faith that these three than those other ones can. Hey, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about the other teams losing. I definitely hope I'm right about us winning.
Yeah, no, I think the other this is what I think. I think the other teams will take care of the business of losing that the Raiders need. I'm more worried about the Raiders winning out. What do you guys? Jerry Elo, come on. What do you guys think of that?
So like, you can just call me Low. You know, I know it's a little confusing. You just call me Dirty.
You just call him Love. L-O-V-E?
No, you can call me Low. L-O-W. Oh. It's good. Well, you call me Love. That's cool. You can call me Love too. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, she can't call you Love. She can't call you Love, baby. Both you Love. You're up.
No.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's right now. It's just a gamble. I'm just riding with whatever happens. I'm gonna go play by play. I can't really. I see the team gelling and everything and getting together. I don't see us a playoff winning team. If we can get over 500, I'll be happy. With or without this, with the season the way it's been and the injuries and all this shit, if we can get out the season above 500, Las Vegas Raiders will still have above winning culture, if you really want to put it to that. So if we can get there, I'll be not completely set. I'll be satisfied. I'll be okay with that because I know we have to build, and it's a strong foundation, I would say. So like I just got to stick with the first game and just run it out and just go play by play. You know, I can't put too much into it. You know what I mean? Because you go crazy. This team makes us fucking crazy.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I think that's one thing we can all agree on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I want to say when we went to PA, do you remember, girl, when we went to PA, I popped a beer and it just like crystallized. It was so freaking cold. DJ Mike, I know you're from there, your family's there, but I don't know how anybody lives there during the winter. So my Raiders, they're not going to be used to that, but I'm going to give it to them.
Look,
it's just so cold there.
Think about it. Okay. One of our defensive leaders, which is Harmon, played in cold weather for years. Devontae Adams played in cold weather for years.
Okay.
That's another thing. Carr's never had Devontae Adams in a cold weather game. You know what I mean? So
I'm more worried about Carr than anything.
So you're saying it's possible. There's a chance that we can do well.
Of course, there's always a chance. There's always a chance for the Raiders.
No, you are just another optimistic Omar. I got two.
It's not optimistic. I mean, look, we went through 4 and 12. I mean, I remember one time it was 2nd and 38 or something like that, or 46. I remember with Jamarcus Russell or somebody or Hostetler. I can't remember. It was bad. I've been there since then. So it's like this right here is way better of improvement. I mean, at least we're
Oh, we've been there way before then.
yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm cool with it like right now. And I'm just like kind of happy that like we have actually something to build off of. You know? I mean,
I get what you're saying, but we have something to build off of last season.
But
You know
everything
what I mean?
changed
Like,
though.
the
I
Raptors
mean,
could be way better this year. I mean, they added Devontae Adams to the team and have a
and he's
losing
breaking
record.
and he has a great he's having a great season.
He is having
Everyone
a
thought
great
he
season.
was everyone thought that he was regressing. See, and the thing is, if he's having a great season, then the guy that's throwing to him is too, you know? I mean, but Derek Carr, Derek Carr is playing.
He can have an outstanding season.
He
If
should
he had,
be.
like, listen, if Devontae Adams had a better quarterback throwing to him and a better play caller throwing more to him without hurting the feelings of other people who think that they fall on a second or third,
Right.
Devontae Adams would have freaking 4,000 yards by now. I exaggerate.
It's like Love's like
a little bit. But I mean, look, he's actually on pace with Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers by metric is better than Derek Carr. So
it's a Derek Carr lover. So okay.
No, I mean, look, he is my quarterback.
Yes.
But the thing is,
all
though,
of our quarterbacks.
Right. But the thing is, if Stidham's over here spinning the ball and running it, I'm with him. But right now, and trading, and look at this is the thing, and Carr's gonna stay for another year. If he's shit next year, he's gone. Bring somebody in behind him. That's it. It's just gonna be like that. They're gonna build the defense young, like this Niners defense that Omar was talking about. We're not gonna have to worry about the defensive side of the ball because that's the smart thing to do. This year, everyone's complaining that we have all this money on one side of the ball. Do you realize what Ziegler have done this year to bring these players in to clear Littleton's shitty contract, everybody's shitty contract to get out of all this stuff? You know, Josh Jacobs, it looks like Josh Jacobs is getting the shit end of the stick, but he's balling. But the thing is, though, they're either going to franchise tag him or they're going to give him money. I'd rather than franchise tag him, build the defense, and then give him more money for a 2-year contract, 3-year contract after that. But most likely he won't do it. But the magic that Ziegler has done to clear all this space has been phenomenal. You know what I mean? Yes, Derek Carr is middle of the pack. He was 11th or 8th in, rankings, and then in one game went down to like 16th. You know what I mean? Because he played like shit. And, that just happens. But when it comes down to it, the defense, there's certain pieces there. Harmon is supposed to be a backup. He came in as a backup and he's leading our defense. And that's what.
And he's long in the tooth. He's the old guy.
Right. He's the one that's making the plays. You see what I mean? So,
all right.
That's where I just see is this: if McDaniels, we're gonna be stuck with McDaniels and Carr for the next year. We are
at least.
And after that, then just blow it up. Get rid of. I'm not a car bashian or Kardashian or whatever. Whatnot. I love vehicles. I mean, I do. I mean, I watched him in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's a bad dude. I think he's
I think he's a bad dude.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm saying as far as a player, I shouldn't have said it that way. I'm saying Aaron Rodgers would never make it to the playoffs that he's lost numerous times to the Niners. What is it? How many times? 4 times in a row that he's lost to the Niners with a good defense and Devontae Adams. Yeah. So, I don't know. Derek Carr's never had a defense over 22nd overall. So, it's kind of hard. It's a team sport. If Derek Carr if we were all rooting for Derek Carr, right? If we're all rooting for Derek Carr as a golfer,
we are all rooting for Derek Carr. This is what I don't like about him. We could say he hasn't had a good defense. He doesn't have a good offensive line, whatever. I get all of those factors. What I don't like is what I see is that he quits too early. He doesn't scramble. He throws the ball away or he throws the ball away into the ground. We could say play calling's bad and all the other stuff. Okay. Right. So then he could just go, oh yeah, that was a bad play call. Let me throw it away and not try. Like, I'm tired of that. We get
Yeah.
it. The play calling sucks. The offensive line isn't that good. We know that. He knows that. But can you try to make something happen? Can you try to move out of the pocket sometimes? Can you try to scramble a little bit? Can you maybe not throw the ball away in the first 2 seconds before the play develops? Can you literally try to do something? Okay? I get it. I get all the pieces aren't there. I get he's had 7 coaches over 9 years. I understand all of that. But why all the time? Two seconds into the play, he's got to give up on it.
No, I got you. But look at the play that he flicked. He did the little flick. You know what I mean? He could have threw it away. He's trying. I'll give him that. He did that little flick. You know what I mean?
He tried. Once?
Why he's trying?
After 9 years, he had one little flick.
Hey,
it was a nice flick.
No flicks,
it was a nice flick.
It also has to rely on.
I'm fucking with you. Come on, I'm just playing.
I know.
Like one flick is better than no flicks, girl.
We were debating if he was in or out. It's all good. We're having fun here.
That's the next drinking game. One flick or no flick.
Yeah,
flick
or no flick.
All flicks in the. Never mind.
and
Low, not to flick. I'm flicking like a mother.
He needs Mother Moon.
Just saying, one flick is better than no flick.
Hey, if you flick and you score. Hey, I'm just saying. All right, let's talk football.
hey, Lo,
we are gonna wrap here we've got about 17 minutes left. If anyone has to go, y'all can go. We're going to wrap in about 17 minutes because we've been on for almost 2 hours, which is all good. I'm not chasing anyone away.
I might have to fill up.
Let's talk. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go to get going anyways.
All night.
I am going to have a show on Saturday if you guys want to pop up. Oh, it will be Saturday morning from 10 to 10. Oh, yeah, 10 to 12.
Oh, mornings work. Morning's good.
Is that Christmas morning or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve morning.
Yep. Okay, yeah, send me the link. I'm done.
Yeah. I'll throw it in. I'll put it on my IG and everybody. But hey, Omar, it was the first. I've seen you on many times, bro. I've never actually met you. It was nice meeting you, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. We'll have to
channel,
connect.
bro, you're more than welcome. Yeah, come in, come chop it up with us. I do one show a week just with all my buddies and stuff like that. Twan's there, everybody's there. But yeah, so thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys, and let's go Raiders. See you guys later.
Let's go.
I love
if we're all gonna leave, are we all leaving then? If we're all leaving, we gotta go out only one way. If we're all leaving,
we can all go out. Let me tell you before we go out, the chat line. I want to wish you a very happy Merry Christmas. If I don't see you,
definitely Merry Christmas to everyone,
and
let's have a merrier Christmas Eve with a W.
That was a very abrupt ending. But before we go out, let's go. Let's take 2 more minutes. If anyone else has any last thoughts, Twan, Omar, Lo, anyone else have any last thoughts?
No, I wanted to add on to what Lo was saying earlier about this defense versus the offense, because I know a lot of people like to debate that oh yeah, there is not enough. They didn't spend a lot of money on the defense, and to be honest with you, it just came up to timing. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they had to spend that much money on the offense was because the people that they wanted to retain on the offense, the people that we fall in love with so much, the Renfros, the Wallers, the DC, you know what I'm saying? All those guys, their contracts were coming up. So it was time for them to, you know what I'm saying, to fork out that money. And they did spend money on the defense. They did spend money on Max. They did spend money on Chandler Jones. They our corners, you know what I'm saying? The starting corners that we had in the beginning of the season, we all spent money on those, you know what I'm saying? So there was money that was spent on our defense, but a lot of the people that we see now on our defense are what I call cheap labor, which were guys that we drafted that are still under rookie contracts. So there really wasn't too many, you know what I'm saying, to spend money on, you know what I'm saying, when it came to the defense. And I agree with what Lo was saying. We have to draft, you know what I'm saying, our defense. And I think that's what makes a defense really good, is when you can have, you know what I'm saying, drafts, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, people that are under 4 and 5 year contracts under the same defense, knowing the same, you know what I'm saying, the consistency, you know what I'm saying? And if you can have that as a defensive unit, our defense is going to improve.
Yep. I agree with you, bro.
There
Definitely.
you go.
Amen to that.
And not only do I agree, I hope it happens. I hope it happens. Yes. So.
It will if we just give it time. I hate to say that. I know as much as we are Raider fans, we sometimes we get impatient, and we want to win right now. We want to, you know what I'm saying, get to the Super Bowl right now. But
well,
you know,
but to that, I think our expectation was that way just because we made it to the playoffs this year. I think no one wanted us to, you know, rebuild. I think we wanted to reload and go right back, you know what I mean, to where we were. And that's and guess what? That's how Raider leadership sold it to us too. They did sell it to us like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then they tried to take it back once when the losing started, like, well, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Motherfucker, you told us you were reloading. Shut up.
Yeah, they definitely did. They did sell us some snake oil, but you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you, like, we're seeing it, and with the season going by, that we don't have depth. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the depth that we really need to take this team to really, you know what I'm saying, a sustainable, long lasting, you know what I'm saying, winning team. So that's going to take time.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough, Twan. Fair enough, Twan. I think we've been patient as Raiders fans.
Yeah,
we haven't had a choice. We haven't had a choice.
The Raiders have made the playoffs like 3 times. I think that counts as patient.
Patience by fire.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We went over last game. We looked at next game. We're gonna go on Lolo's show on. I'm calling you Lolo now.
That's fine. That's fine.
Hopefully,
call me whatever you want.
Call me whatever you want.
Just call me. Morning. Subscribe to everyone's channel if you're here. And you know, we all good here. We all Raiders fans. And Raider Nation, you know, we go out one way and only one way. Raiders!